Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and stay tuned by clicking the bell icon. Cyrus wakes up in his own personal hell, and Molly and TJ make a decision about surrogacy. At the Metro Court, Anna warns Sonny that he wants nothing to do with Pikeman. He says it's too late. Dan joins them and asks if he's interrupting. Christina follows and Dante explains he picked her up when her car broke down, and she probably should learn what roadside assistance is. Sonny's glad Dan was there to pick her up. Dante suggests they go to the bar, but Christina wants to join Dad and Anna. They sit down, and Christina asks if they figured out who would want to shoot at them. Later, a waitress stops by to get drink orders, and Christina heads to the restroom. Dante brings up what Christina pointed out, and notes that someone in the OSB may want Anna dead, or someone else wants Sonny dead. Anna says they were just discussing who might have released her past to the public if not Victor, and Sonny suspects another agent could have out of jealousy of Anna and to take her down. In the restroom, Christina runs into Trish, who heard about the new center she's opening. Christina is surprised and wonders how she heard. Trish explains Nina told her, and she's really proud of her, as is her dad. Trish says the lives she's going to touch and save is a wonderful thing. Christina doesn't know about saving lives, she just wants to provide a safe space for kids. Trish wishes a place like that existed for her brother, who was kicked out of the house by their parents when he was 15 for being gay. Christina thinks that's terrible and asks if she knows where he is. Trish says he took off for the city and they never heard from him again. She says last she heard he was living on the streets, which is why it is so important what Christina is doing. Christina returns to the terrace and overhears Dan, Sonny, and Anna discussing the person who took a shot at them, and if they could have been a disgruntled agent. Christina asked about the shooting, and Dante says they are just speculating. Sonny suggests he and Christina talk privately, so they head into the restaurant. Dante asks Anna what is going on, as he thought they were going to work together on this case. Anna says she can protect herself, but Dante asks what if his dad is right, and if this is someone in the OSB. Anna says if that is the case, a bodyguard won't do her good, as they won't come at her the same way twice. Inside, Sonny hates the idea of Christina driving an unreliable old car, so he's going to buy her a new one. She refuses, as he's done enough in helping her open the center. Christina asks her dad if he knew Nina had been bragging about her. He didn't, but isn't surprised, and she's going to change the world. Christina is finally starting to believe that too. Sonny and Christina interrupt Dante and Anna, and he says he's going to take Christina home. They head off, and Anna tells Dante if her enemy is in the bureau, then they will go underground and bide their time after their failed attempt. They won't take another try at her again for months or years. They also won't use the same method twice, and there is no way to safeguard against all of the dirty tricks the OSB has up its sleeve. Dante asks her to let him know if something changes. Anna swears he'll be her first call. In the invader office, Gregory wonders why Alexis called him in, and assumes it's a big story. She says this isn't about work, it's about his ALS. She notes Tracy called her tonight, and Gregory reveals he had dinner with her tonight, and it was actually pleasant. She explains Tracy noticed his tremor and called her to ask if there was anything wrong with him. She told Tracy as far as she knew he was in good health, but he can't keep covering this up forever. Alexis points out that Gregory's body is starting to betray him, so how much longer does he think he can hide this? She says Finn is a doctor and Chase is a detective. It won't take them long to figure this out. Gregory fears once they know all they'll see is his disease, not their father. He just wants to savor these last few good times as long as he's able to. He intends to tell Finn and Chase eventually and is grateful for Alexis' confidence and her friendship. At Carly's, Ava stops by and Avery is thrilled to see her mom, but wonders why she's here since she's sleeping over. Ava says she just wanted to see her little girl. Carly hopes Ava's not here to pick up Avery. Avery begs her mom to let her stay, and Ava says of course she can stay. Carly sends Avery into the living room with cookies and says she just needed to see Avery. Carly asks if this has to do with Avery's new nanny. Carly reveals Avery told her about Betty and thinks she's nice, but Joss met her and doesn't agree. Ava doesn't know why Joss doesn't like Betty, as Avery thinks she's wonderful. Carly wonders if Ava likes Betty, but Ava avoids the question. Carly couldn't help but notice earlier that she and Sonny weren't fighting. She thinks that Sonny wants Avery to spend the night with her and not Ava, and the new nanny tells her that Ava's up to her old tricks. Carly suspects Ava's in trouble and Sonny is helping her. She thinks Sonny wants Avery here because she's safe, and Ava knows that too. Avery returns to the kitchen saying they need more cookies. As Carly gets her some more, Ava gives Avery a hug and says she loves her so much. Avery heads back into the living room with the cookies, and Carly tells Ava she hopes she and Sonny know what they are doing. Ava thanks her and walks out. TJ returns home to Molly. He's brought dinner and asks how she is holding up. Molly says her foot has been feeling better, and Christina stopped by and brought her childhood stuffed pony. She knows Christina isn't TJ's favorite person right now, but she's trying, and they had a good visit. They didn't talk about her surrogacy offer, but Molly admits she's been thinking about it. She feels they need to get on the same page about the next steps. Molly asks TJ if he really wants to be a father. He does more than anything. She asks if he wants their child to have his DNA. He swears he would love their child regardless. Molly knows that, but that's not an answer. TJ admits he'd like the child to be biologically his. Molly asks what time frame he's thinking. He admits he's ready now. Molly is ready too, and she wants a baby the sooner the better. TJ and Molly kiss, and Molly says they'll need to find a surrogate. He asks if that will be Christina. Molly explains she talked this through with her mom and doesn't want to ask Christina, as she doesn't fully understand the demands or commitment. TJ is relieved, and he thinks they need to register for a service and search for a candidate. They celebrate their decision to have a baby. At Pennonville, Drew tells Cyrus to stay with him, as the guard radios the infirmary. Cyrus enters the light and wakes up in a small jail cell bathed in red. He cries this is wrong, and he doesn't belong here. Laura appears and says this is where he deserves to be for eternity. Cyrus thinks he's hallucinating. Laura says he's not. He's dying. He refuses to believe that as he's not done yet. Laura tells him that no matter how powerful he thinks he is, in the end he's mortal. She says he built this prison he's in for himself, and perhaps he should have made better choices in life. Cyrus pleads that he tried. Back in the library, Drew begins compressions on Cyrus when he realizes his heart has stopped. The guard calls for a defibrillator and a doctor, but there is a lockdown preventing them from getting through. In hell, Cyrus swears he tried to be better for Laura. Laura says given all the Bible verses he quotes, he never really understood the ones about love. She says he was given so many opportunities to love and be loved, and he threw them away. The opportunity he most regrets throwing away was with her. He says the more he learned about her history, the more he felt they were so much alike, as they both made mistakes. He wishes Laura could recognize that, and then he wants to be able to care for and take care of his little sister. Laura reminds Cyrus that he held her hostage. He swears he never would have hurt her. He admits the night he held her hostage, for a moment he thought he was going to die, and he considered taking her with him so that he wasn't alone. However, he couldn't do it, and he let the police take the shot at him. He did that for her. He let the police shoot him to protect her from him. Laura thanks him for making that brave choice as he gave them both the opportunity to do better. He doesn't think she needs to do better. Laura does. She shouldn't have shut him out in anger. She should have reached out to him. Cyrus tells her that it's not her job to redeem him. She knows that, and in the end, they all must save themselves. She asks if he wants to save himself, as he's the only one keeping him locked in this cell. Laura walks
Cyrus
off,
wakes up in
and
the
the cell
library,
door opens, and Drew tells him to hang in there, as the doctor is on their way. The paramedics and doctor arrive, and they've called ahead to GH and are expecting Cyrus. Cyrus is wheeled out, and the guard tells Drew that he saved Cyrus' life. As Drew is about to walk off, the guard stops him and says he's still going to solitary for fighting and drags him off. On the next General Hospital, BLQ asks Tracy what's in it for her. In Chechnya, Valentin tells Laura and Kevin they need to find a way to safety. Chase shows Austin a photo and has questions about the person. Carly asks someone how they found out she was running Kelly's. At Kelly's, Sonny makes someone an offer they can't refuse. In GH, Cyrus is in bed and instructs someone to give all his money away. If you like the video, don't forget to like, comment, and share.